This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. This is video 16 on our series of solving equations containing decimals. And in this problem, we also happen to have a parentheses in it. All right, again, always more than one way to solve this. Let's do it by just leaving all the decimals in place and solving it the way we would do any equation that had parentheses in it. We would distribute. So let's just do that first. We've got 7.83x plus 6.5 equals, all right, now we need to distribute the 1.3 to both numbers, to both terms. 1.3 times x is just 1.3x. And then what about 1.3 times 5? Well, that's 13 times 5, which is 65. And then you have the decimal in one place. All right, so our next step would be to get the variables on one side and constants on the other. So let's subtract 1.3x from both sides. Make sure you line up your decimals, 1.3x, so you could put a 0 here if you want. That helps a lot of people. And let's see, we want the constants on the right, so we want to subtract 6.5 from both sides. So what do we have here on the left? We've got 6.53x. 6.53x equals, and on the right, oh nice, 0. So if we divide both sides by 6.53, 0 divided by any number except 0 is just 0. So the answer to this problem is x equals 0. Not bad, not bad at all. Now let's say you wanted to eliminate all the decimals first, because that's also a valid way of solving any of these problems with decimals. So we look at this and we say, all right, 3 different numbers that have decimals, but this one has 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So we want to multiply by 100 to get that to move. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 100. So I'm basically going to distribute to 100 to all of these, and I'm going to show the steps here. So I have 100 times the 7.83 x plus I've got 100 times the 6.5, and here's the tricky one, I've got 100 times the 1.3 times the x plus 5. So when I do 100 by this first term, I get 783x. And the second term, I get to move the decimal 2 to the right, 650. And here's the one where a lot of people make mistakes. When you do 100 times 1.3, you have 130. You do not also multiply 100 times x plus 5. You just are first multiplying those two numbers, and then I'm just going to leave the x plus 5, so we'll do our distributive property at the next step. It's just like multiplying 2 times 5 times 6. First you just multiply those and get 10, and then you multiply the 10 times the 6. You don't do 2 times 5 and also do times 6 and then do 10 times 12. That's not it. So be careful. All right, so now we have to do the distributive property. That's 130x plus, all right, so you do 13 times 5 is 65 plus put that extra 0 on there, and now we're going to get the variables on one side. So subtract 130x, and we're going to get the constants on the right, so we're also going to subtract 650, and so that gives you 653x, and we get 0. So when I divide by 653, again, I'm going to get x equals 0 for my solution. Now it turned out, I think in this problem, because we got a 0 on the right side, it wasn't so bad doing it the first way. Let's look back up. You know, dividing by 6.53, we didn't have to worry about the decimal because 0 divided by any number is going to be 0, so that wasn't too hard. But let's go ahead and check our answer now. So we're going to put in 0 for x. So 7.83 times 0 and I'm just going to write this down over here at the same time. Okay, so let's do the left side first. We've got 7.83 times 0, well that's 0 plus 6.5, and 0 plus 6.5 is 6.5. On the right side, we do not do the distributive property. When you check your answers, you just use your rules for simplifying expressions, and you want to simplify inside parentheses first. So that's 1.3 times 5, right? Inside parentheses is 0 plus 5. And then I do 1.3 times 5. That's just 13 times 5, and then you move the decimal in 1. So it checks. So x equals 0 is the solution to the problem. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.